I just sorted it and to show you all the so-called long-term medication. Meaning that you may, a medication that's, let's say, prescribed by a specialist, it may on your screen run out, but it is a medication the patient is on. So the prescription, you can do re-prescribe one at a time by hitting up one at a time, or you can click and then re-prescribe. Or in fact, you can say, hey, I'm just really good at this. I want to re-prescribe all of it, the long-term medications all in one click. So for those patients who have 16 medications, and I'm talking about one click, save and prescribe, and that's it.
And is the save button at the very bottom of the list of your 16?
Yeah, you save and
okay.
prescribe. Okay, so now while I'm here, I just noticed a few neat things. In the old days, you couldn't really prescribe drugs that are no longer in existence. Things that are prescribed. Well, now they actually let you. The drugs have been taken off Health Canada. It will let you prescribe, and you will let the pharmacist deal with whatever they're going to give you. And now the instructions and quantity, it's all free text. But there is enough sort of intelligence that as you type in your free drug, it will try to calculate quantity, it will try to do things, one hand is one mind. You'd be surprised how much political intelligence there is that would help you do this. But then you can start doing things like, you take 4 pills for 3 days, and then 3 pills for 3 days, and you can type just free text in the little box here. And of course, you may or may not know that the system actually calculates renal calculation for drugs that this is important. So in this case, the creatinine clearance is 60. It's automatically calculated from whatever data you have in the system. It will tell you when the data was obtained. I just added creatinine clearance yesterday to this test patient, so it shows you that's as recent as yesterday. And of course, those values are typed directly from your lab. And the weight, which is a little bit dated, about a year ago. Okay, so it actually calculated it. So for Levaquin, it doesn't seem to matter. But for metformin here, it's saying that you better use about half, 50% of the dose. Because it's, we're going to 60, and you should adjust it. For a drug like this in Ontario, anyways, it already automatically knows that it's Ontario. Certain drugs are not covered by the government, and in this case, it will automatically put your limited use code into the prescription. If you're from Ontario, every time you do this thing, you have to go look up. You have to go online. So there's just an unbelievable amount of work. And so this is all done for you. All right? So some of your old things that you like, you can still do it on the left-hand side, or your favorite, all maintained. Okay? So if you want to give a drug that I like to give for post-op patients to keep them from getting bowel obstruction and stuff like that, so I click that, and it's one of those little combos that I read from one of lactobacillus, magnesium oxide, there's a little cocktail. And I have my own little, so your favorite still works. And then now you can copy your favorite. If you like it, you can send me a check and I'll send it to you. Right? But this is probably used within the clinic so people can actually share the favorites. What else? Wait, let me show you here. So now you can mark a drug, for example, if this drug is, you notice that this is a long-term med, so you can mark it as long-term med or not. Well, I just prescribe all long-term meds. That's why you're seeing this. All of these are long-term meds, except for this favorite I just put in, which is not long-term, right? So, name a drug, so that you know that I'm not. Prescribe something to the test patient.
Cetra.
Cetra?
Doesn't exist anymore.
Right. So you notice as you're typing, now things start to pop down. Sort of dynamic. So you say, okay, double strength. And now, one tab PID 7 days. Now, first of all, it warns you that the drug is no longer active since 2003. But this drug, the default instruction begins by what is in this patient. So if you have done this before, it will put the same default. If it's not there, the default is to what I usually prescribe. Okay. And if there's nothing like that, then you'll look at all your colleagues within the practice and try to figure out what would be the usual default. But the cursor is sitting in that box, so you can just redo it if you like, retype it. And we calculate the quantity, the repeat. This is not a long-term yet, so all I did just now was to start typing 3 or 4 letters, pick the drug, and I'm done with that drug, right? I haven't done anything else, and it's pretty much as good as it is. But that's probably. Any other thing that you want to describe?
David? Just a question. So if you wanted to change the, say, the dosing instructions to say 3 days, if you just put 3 in there, is it auto quantum?
So 3 days?
Yeah.
We're calculating the 6 doses. By the way, I need to throw in some advertising from time to time. So when I describe the sector on this, you notice things that are on the right-hand side are all your drug-drug interactions, warnings, and everything. Okay, so INR may increase. Well, it's just an expert opinion, but then you just never took anything you've ever done before. Okay, letter point, processing. So this is an FDA thing. It shows you alerts and stuff like that are piped in from your social network. That's why you need that My Drug Graph account. So let's say you're putting something that you say, when I next time prescribe this, I want me to remember something important. And you put it into your My Drug Graph, and it will show up like this. The color indicates how severe it is. My friend disagreed with all the coloring changes I put in. So my advice to her would be take me off your trusted list because you won't see my messages, right? So it's a way of organizing, you pick some of the people you like here and you just add them into your favorite. And their messages will be typed in. And it will tell you, for example, let's see if I have any messages. I mean, this patient is on a lot of medication, so that's why you see them all. Well, I tend to.
Yeah.
Put them on.
Holbrook never works.
I was trying to show you that some of my friends also remind me.
So he's got links. Reference Holbrook interactions and mine isn't.
Because you can actually tell who's, oh yeah, this is my resident. So what I just showed you came from my
Click on
resident.
that blue
From
link.
an
Reference
FDA.
Holbrook
He
interactions.
follows
It's
the
supposed to send you
FDA, so
to
I assigned
a webpage
him
to
to
tell you.
follow FDA and I follow Health Canada's med effect.
That's why it's underlined.
Quentin?
Could you do a cream?
Yes, just tell me what you like.
It is 1% hydrocortisone in Bactroban.
Yeah.
Hydro.
Take out the HGI.
There it is.
Is there 1% or something?
There's lotion, ointment, one cream.
Can you put 2 words in the search or just the one?
I think you can, but I'm too late. I'm almost never with more than 5, 6 letters. Let's say this one piece. And so it wouldn't do a whole lot. So what you do is that you can edit this with, let's say, NICET, which is actually in NICET and powder or something. It's what I usually use. So it will warn you when you start changing this that you are now no longer getting any drug-drug interaction because you're taking it away from the drug code that the system remembers, right? It's just a bit of a warning. So you might say apply. Some people just type, sparingly, twice a day, whatever it is. So you can just do whatever you want to do here. And then you might say, I have like 30, I usually give 100 grams, right? And I don't